Hey everybody, Dante here. Today's video, we're going to be doing our 5th video of the tier list of every single illustration rare in the Scarlet and Violet era. Now, we only have a couple more sets to go. In today's video, I'm aiming to complete Surging Sparks, Destined Rivals, Journey Together. In the last video, we covered Twilight Masquerade. In the last video, we covered Twilight Masquerade, Shrouded Fable, and Stellar Crown, I believe. Pretty sure. So yeah, if you don't know who I am, I'm Donter Collects. I'm a Pokemon card YouTuber who's trying to get to 800 subscribers, and we're already 9% of the way there. So that's pretty darn cool. If you enjoy the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know like how you fix the list. I'm gonna be doing one big fix at the very end of the series, so look forward to that. And let's just get straight into it. I'm not like gonna waste a bunch of time here. First is gonna be the Execute by Yuriko Akase. It's all right. Honestly, it's not my favorite card from this set. Like, Yuriko Akase is a really good artist, and I actually really did like the Timber card that they did. Wherever I put that, I don't know. I'm not going to look for it. But this card isn't as stunning, I would say. Not as, like, engaging. I'm inclined to put it, like, in C tier. Probably, like, a little bit above the Pinsir. That's fine. Next is going to be the Vivillon by Rend. I do really like this card, mainly for the fact that just the Pokemon has like the what's it called, the pixelated wings, kind of. I really love that like effect that's used on the wings, and that's just Vivillon's design, right? But you can also see the little sparkles coming off of its wings too, which does add a little bit in my opinion. And I like how the sun is kind of like iridescently shining all over the Pokemon's wings. That's nice. For a Rend card, I would say it's pretty good. I mean, obviously all of Ren's cards are pretty good. I put this one in B+ tier. I'm going to put this one like right next to it in B+ tier. I think it's really, really nice. Next is going to be the Shiinotic by Matazo. I like how much detail is in this card, like all the mushrooms and such. I think that that's not bad at all. Shiinotic's got a silly expression on his face and it's glowing, so it's not, it's not like my favorite card, unfortunately. Like, I really like Matazo's art style, and I like a lot of their artworks, but this one is just not personally my favorite. I'm going to put it like C tier-ish, maybe. Next is going to be the Cast Form Sunny Form. This card is amazing by debut artist Narano. This is the first card that they ever did, and this is a fantastic looking illustration. You get to see all of Paldea's map, which is really, really awesome. You have a wind cloud for a windy cast form. You have a rain cloud for a rainy cast form. You have a hail cloud for a haily cast form, and then you have the sun cast form, which is like blaring and bright, which is just really, really cool to see. Like, I just love the idea, and it's executed so perfectly. The colors, everything, all the shading, it looks so perfect. Like, it's just one of the nicest looking cards for sure in the Scarlet and Violet era, in my opinion. Next, we've got the Larvesta by Whisker. This is a cute, simple illustration. The lighting on the Pokemon is nice. Just sitting inside of like a darkened room it's not a bad idea at all. I don't hate it. I'm gonna put it like in C tier. Yeah, it's alright. Actually, I like it a little bit more than like the Belly Bolt here. So I'm gonna put it like in B tier. Yeah, that's fine. Next is gonna be the Ceruledge by Ron. This is a really, really nice illustration. I love this little statue in the background that kind of looks like a dragon. The Pokemon itself is really, really beautifully colored, really nice shading. It just looks really like menacing, very, very cool as well. I like the floor there with like the crystals or like the grass or whatnot. It's got like a very cool like kind of underground vibe to it with like these like gassy clouds or fiery clouds. It's a really, really cool looking, just interesting idea for an illustration. To think it does a really good job at capturing there. So I'm inclined to put it pretty high. I'm gonna put it like an A+ tier. I really like it. It's a nice looking card. Like up here? Sure. Next is going to be the Feebas by Kurumori. By itself, this card isn't as good as the sum of its parts. It's just pretty simple. The Pokemon is just like swimming around in the ocean there. It's cute though. Like it's not bad in any sense of the word. It's just not as, I would say, not as interesting as some of the other illustration rares that we have. So I'm just gonna put it a little bit lower, like below the Squovit, honestly. Yeah. Next is going to be the Spiel by Miki Kudo. This is a very cute illustration, very simplistic idea of just like the Pokemon like flying off of a little icicle here. You got the sun blaring in the background. It's a very bright card, very nice like shading on top of the Pokemon with like representing the light. All the Spiels have their own like little personalities, which is a really cute idea. It's executed well, I would say. I think that it was probably like Yeah, like somewhere in B tier. Maybe like middle-ish, high-ish B tier. My thought process there. It kind of reminds me of like the Tangela, so I want to put it like somewhere similar to it. I'm gonna put it like right here. Next is gonna be the Bruxish by Mitsuhiro Arita. Um, I like the environment around the Pokemon, but I don't like the Pokemon itself at all. Like I have no positive things to say about Bruxish, and this illustration is it's very beautiful. Like it's very nice in terms of an illustration, just because it's Mitsuhiro Arita. But I don't know. I hate the Pokemon's design personally. Where did I put the Crabominable in C tier? This one's gonna go right next to it. Yeah, I think it's gonna go there for now. Next is going to be the Cetitan by Jerky. It's a very simple illustration. The pink highlights on the Pokemon do stand out nicely, I think, and make the card a lot more interesting. I like the little Whalmers as well. Those are very cute. And the framing of the card is very nice, of just being like this singular, like little icicle, or not icicle, this little glacier, I suppose I should say. It's simple, it's cute, like it's effective. I put this Veil in B tier. This one is like pretty similar, so I'm going to put it in B tier as well. Yeah, it's fine. Next is going to be the Stunfisk by Design Inc. Not a huge fan of this one, just because, first of all, I don't really like the Pokemon featured in the card, and I also don't really like illustration where it's drawn by like 3D graphics illustrators. That's just maybe me. Like, if you like this card, then more power to you. I totally respect your opinion, but it's going to be our first D tier card of the video for sure. Yeah. I like the Snom more, though. Next is going to be the Latios by Okacheke. It's a nice card. I like how the Pokemon's looking back at the camera. I think that's a good idea. It's executed pretty well. The sunlight and stuff, it looks nice. You have like the town or city or whatever, like at the bottom here, that kind of wraps around in different islands, which is pretty nice. I like I don't know, I like the colors. Like, I think it looks pretty nice. Latios is a cool Pokemon, I would say. This is probably going to end up somewhere in like the A tier, kind of. I think that like that's gonna be where it ends up here. Yeah, like up here maybe. That's fine in my opinion. Yeah. Next is gonna be the Mesprit by Hayaganosuke. Very similar like idea of just like the sunrise, sunset kind of idea. The Pokemon is just like sleeping. I think I like the vibe of this one a little bit more because this, I don't know, I think it's a little bit more interesting because the Pokemon's just like floating, its body is bending, and it's sleeping, like in the middle of sleeping, which is not a bad idea. So I'm probably just going to put it like a tiny bit higher than the Latios. Not by much, but definitely a good amount, a little higher. Next is going to be the Phanpy by Saboteri. I do like the background with like the sun kind of like having that like hazy Sahara effect. I think that that's a really cool idea. The way that the Pokemon is like jumping in between the Dawn fan is not a bad idea either. It's cute. I actually don't mind it. I think before I didn't like it as much as I do now. I actually like it a little bit more than these, a little bit more than these. Yeah, I think it deserves to be like somewhere up here. I think that's fine than the B tier. It's not bad. Next is the Vibrava by Toryufu. This card is pretty cool. Very, very nicely drawn, obviously. Very, very nice detail in the tree here. The Pokemon itself is super shiny, super nice. And the Pokemon is just kind of standing on a branch, though. So it's not particularly like, I don't know. Like, it is like a day in the life of the Pokemon, I suppose you could say, but like, it's just not personally my favorite card. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Next is going to be the Clobbopus by USG Men. I really, really like this card a lot. I think it deserves a lot more praise than it gets. And like, it's just really, really cute. Like, it's a cute idea. The Pokemon is finding buried treasure, which is like, that's awesome. Like, the Pokemon he's just like looking for buried treasure, and that's pretty simple, but it's also pretty effective because you get to see all the different Clobbopus like versions of this guy, you know, looking for the treasure. And the way to differentiate this guy from the background is just like a nice thin like white, you know, thin what's it called, outline. That's what it's called. It's nice, and it's really, really effective. I think it definitely deserves to at least be in like the A+ tier. I think it stands out on its own. Like, it's a very, very nice looking illustration. Like, it does that simplistic style justice for sure, and I think I appreciate that a lot. Yeah. Next is going to be the Alolan Doug Trio by Yukihiro Tada. This card is okay. Like, it doesn't have the same like level of storytelling as the Clobbopus, and Alolan Doug Trio is not my favorite Pokemon. I know this isn't really based off of like what my favorite Pokemon is, like more just based off of the artworks themselves, but the Pokemon do play a part in it, I guess. I don't know. It's It's okay. Like, I would say it's maybe I like it a little bit more than their pincer card, but not by much. Actually, I like the pincer a little bit more. I'm gonna put this one like a little bit lower, like right here, I guess. Next is going to be the Skarmory by Takumi Iwata. This is a really, really nice looking card. Makes Skarmory look almost realistic, which is a very cool idea. I like these like reflective camper vans. I think that them reflecting the same kind of hue that the Pokemon's fur, like metal is reflecting. I almost said fur. Makes it look really, really stunning, honestly. Like, it makes it stand out nicely. I don't know. It's just a very, very nice looking card. Like, compositionally and just like illustration wise, it's just totally solid. Like, I got no complaints for it whatsoever. So I'm gonna put it in an A+ tier. I think it's really, really cool. Yeah, like right here. I really, really like it a lot. Next is the Flapple by Uninori. This is a very interesting card to me. Like, I feel like I don't really care for it too much, just because like I like the idea of like the ancient kind of jungle aesthetic of like the dinosaur era. That's a pretty cool idea. It's just I don't know. Personally, it's just not my favorite. Like, it just doesn't really do much for me. I think that Uninori is a really great illustrator. Like, I like a lot of their cards, but this card is just not personally one of my favorites. I don't know. It just doesn't really resonate with me, honestly. I'm inclined to put it like relatively low because I'm not a huge fan of it, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna put it like right here. Next is going to be the Appleton by Minami Namitake. Very simple card, kind of similar to the Flapple. Maybe it's just I don't like the Pokemon too much, and I don't want that to be like such a like a determining factor in these like ranking videos. But just like it definitely adds something to it. Appleton just smiling, chilling in like an orchard here. It's pretty simple, but I would say it's pretty effective. I do like Minami Namitake's art style a lot, but I think this is also kind of like similar to the Flapple, so I'm gonna put it like just like in like. Where did I put it? Where did it go? What's right here? I'm gonna put it in like C tier, a little bit higher than like the Crabominable though. Maybe a little bit higher than these, a little bit higher than the Vione, a little bit higher than the Bug Trio. No, actually I like the Bug Trio more. That's fine. Next is gonna be the Slackoth by Makayu. This is a very simple illustration, but I think it's very effective in the fact that it's so simple. Slackoth is waking up from a nap or just sleeping or whatever. There's like a tiny little flower here. You got another blue flower on the left side. You have these little tiny sprouts. So it's doing everything in its power to make it as simple as possible. So I think that makes it like really stand out nicely. And I know that a lot of people really like this card, so I'm putting it in A tier. I think that it kind of reminds me of like the Paldean Wooper. Like, it deserves to be in a very similar tier to each other. And it's just like very cute, very simple, very cute, very effective. Yeah, I'll put it down there. Next is going to be the Kecleon by Moriyu. This is a really, really cool card. I like it a little bit more than the card we just talked about, which I did put in A tier. I love the colors on this card. I like how some of the Kecleons are translucent. Like, the one in the middle here is like the normal Kecleon color, not translucent, and all the other ones have like these really interesting, like unique colors and are just a little bit translucent, which is a really like cool thing that I appreciate a lot. Very simple, like kind of grainy pink background, but I think it does work for it. And I love how detailed the trees and the plants are. I think it's a really, really cool looking card, honestly. I'm going to put it in like near the bottom of A+ tier because I do really like it a lot, but I probably wouldn't put it like at the very top of the A+ tier. Next is going to be the Braviary by Gapao. This is a very, very cool card. I love how detailed it is. I love how the sun looks kind of like blazing and aggressive and angry almost. Like, that's a cool idea. All the trees are super nicely detailed. I don't know. I just really, really like it. I think it's super interesting to look at. Like, I just love the Pokemon's pose. I think everything it just adds together to make a very interesting to look at illustration of just like very, very like detailed and like just intricate proportion for sure. I'm gonna put it like right here in A+ tier. Next is we're gonna be moving into Journey Together. We have the Maractus by Onishi. It's a very simple card. It's just kind of the Pokemon sitting in the cactus shop. So it's simple, but it's not bad. I would say it just like it breaks out of C tier just by a little bit. Maybe like a little bit higher, a little bit higher. No, like right here. No, like right here is fine. Yeah, right there. Next is going to be the Articuno by Kuramori. This is a very, very nice looking card. Kuramori's illustrations are like always really nice to look at. I love Articuno as a Pokemon. I think it's really interesting. And I love these like little leaves and like the frozen leaves, frozen like grass particles, and like it's kind of making a clearing for the Pokemon in the middle here. So I do appreciate that idea, and I think that it does like really nicely. It's got that really nice like sense of blue. I think I'm gonna put it like probably in like the A tier because it is very nice. I'm going to put it like right here. Next, we're going to have the Wailord by Katsunori Sato. Where did I put the Metagross? I think I put the Metagross in like A tier, or where did I put it? I'm trying to look for it right now. Hold on. Yeah, I put the Metagross in A plus tier, and I really like this card too. It kind of gives me the exact same vibe as the Metagross because of the same like sun time, like the same daytime with like that kind of gradient of like pinkish to yellowish at the bottom. I really like the idea of the Pokemon's face like barely being shown out of the water, and you have this tiny little ship to just like really showcase how huge this Pokemon is. Using that idea to really like expand the idea of just like the ocean around the Pokemon is a really great idea. Like it just expands on it so much. You could just imagine how like vast the ocean is, like all this crazy coral and stuff like that, just because of how huge Wailord is in the card. I think that makes it like really stand out, makes it just like really interesting. I'm gonna put it in A plus tier. It's really underrated. I love it a lot, honestly. Next is gonna be the Iono's Kilowattrel by Terra. Now this is a very simple card in terms of just like the art style being very chibi, not simple but very chibi, very like just cutesy, I suppose. So if you don't like that art style, you're probably not gonna like this card. I think it's just always nice to try out something new, so I appreciate it for that. I like the idea of the Pokemon covering the trainer with like its wing. I think that's a really good idea. Executed very nicely. It's just, obviously it's a very simple card, but it works really well, I would say. I'm going to put it in A tier. Probably like right here. That's fine. Next is going to be the Lilies Rabombi. This is a really, really nice looking card by Sayono Misaki. This would probably be my S tier card of the set if I had to pick one. If I just had to pick one. But I'm probably not going to put it in S tier. Like, I love everything about this card, like the way the Pokemon is drawn, the way the trainer is drawn. Like, I don't really like Lily as a trainer, but I love the colors. Like, I don't know, like, so there's something, like, very inviting about the colors in this card that are just, like, very, very stunning to look at. I'm going to put this one, like, super high up. I really, really like it a lot. I'm going to put it in A plus tier. You're bordering S tier, though. Like, it's very, very cool. Next is going to be the Swinub by Nakamura Ippon. This is a very, very simple illustration of just the Pokemon sleeping. The Pokemon itself is simple, but the environment around it is very, very nice and detailed, which I do appreciate. Like, I love all the little tiny leaves, I love all the little tiny, like, clovers and flowers and the dead trees. It's a cool idea. It's, like, a nice, like, little idea concept kind of thingy of just, like, the area around the Pokemon just being, like, straight up dead. I think that's pretty cool. So I think that, like, moves it a little bit out of the C tier. Moves it, like, somewhere into the B tier for sure. I'm going to put it like a little bit above the Pachirisu. I actually like it a little bit more than these. I'm going to put it like right up here. Yeah, that's fine. Next is going to be the Lycanroc by Ghidorah. It's a very simple card in terms of concept. It's just the Pokemon kind of like standing out on top of the side of a cliff. But it is like added onto with like the Rockruff that's sleeping in the foreground there. And something else that adds onto the card is these like super orange rocks. I think that makes it like stand out really nicely. So I do really appreciate that. It definitely bumps it up to at least B tier for me. I think that it's nice, but I don't really have a lot else to say about it, so I'm gonna put it like right here in B tier. Yeah, I do like it though. It's not bad at all. Next is the Ends Reshiram by Buntujo. It's a very, very, very nice card, obviously. I love Ends Green Toothpaste Hair. I think that's really cool. I love how Reshiram is drawn in the card. Very elegant, very regal, like very majestic. I love these like, rays of light coming down from the sky. I think that's really, really cool. And I really love how the effects of the Pokemon's flaming tail look. That's really, really nice. I'm going to put it in A plus tier. I do like the Lilies Rabombi a little bit more, actually, now that I look at it. But I do really like this card. I'm going to put it, like, pretty close to it. Very, very high A plus tier. Next is going to be the Furret by Rend. We just talked about a Rend card, I feel like. We put this in, like, B plus tier, right? Yeah, we put the Vivillon in B plus tier. This card is, like, very similar, I feel like, to the other ones. It's nice, it's cute, it's simple, like, it's very detailed, obviously. It's, like, Rend's typical style. Which is really, really cool. I'm going to put it in B plus tier, though. Like, mid to low B plus tier. Right here is fine. Yeah, it's okay. I'm okay with that. Next is going to be the Noibat by Soso. Simple illustration of the Pokemon just kind of like chilling, eating a berry, where two other Noibats are flying out of the cave. But the cave itself is super, super nicely detailed. All these little stalactites and the crystals and the berries and like the little flowers. A nice little river running through it. You even get to see like the water running down and actually like pushing the water forwards, which is really cool. I think that definitely at least moves it out of the B tier. So I think I'm gonna put it in like B plus. But where in B plus though? Just like pretty high up in B plus tier, like right up here. I like it a lot. It's very simple, but it's very cool. Like, it's just a cool idea. It's just simple in idea, not simple in illustration. Next is the Hopswoolu by Minami Namitake. Very, very, very nice card for the set as well. Journey Together has some pretty good art rares, I would say, or illustration rares, whatever you want to call them. I don't care. It's really cool though. I think it's very, very like beautiful. In my Pokemon artist review of this card, like this artist, I think that I put this card like as my favorite card from the artist. Not I think, I definitely did. And I really like it a lot. Like, it's just a very, very simple, just like very, very captivating card, which I really appreciate for that idea, the fact that it is so simple and so beautiful. Next is going to be the Yanma by Ayako Ozaki. This is a very simple card again, but it's very, very cute. Like, it's just like the Pokemon standing on top of a log looking at its own reflection, which is pretty cute. I'm going to put it in like B tier, I want to say. Yeah. Like right here in B tier. Next is going to be the Cynthia's Rose Raid by Rika. This is a very, 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 very nice looking card. I love how Cynthia looks in the card. Like, I just really love the way that they're drawn very, very, like, beautifully. Not obviously not just like the train. I'm just talking about like the art style. It's just very beautiful. And I love how the Pokemon is stepping on top of a rock to match Cynthia's height. I think that's a really cute, fun idea. And the colors are great. I love it. It's really, really nice. I'm gonna put it in A+ tier. I think it's very underrated. And very, very nice. Alright, perfect. I'm gonna rank the next card, which is gonna be the Shaman by Heisuke Kitazawa. It's alright. I think that Shaman is a pretty okay Pokemon. This is just a very like simple card of just like the Pokemon kind of standing there with like the environment around it, which is nice. There's other cards that I feel like have a similar idea that do it a little better, in my opinion. I think that it's still very like stylized card, right? And if you love Shaman, then I'm sure that it'll probably breach your like top 5 or whatever. But I'm not too personal like attached to it. No offense to the artist or the artwork or anything. It's just like, I don't know. Like, I think the Shaman's just a little bit too big in the card, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Next is gonna be the Crustle by Takumi Wada. It's all right. Pokemon is just kind of staring at you, the trainer, the viewer. And he's got like an upset expression on his face. Where did I put the Aegislash? I put it like in B tier, I think. This card is very similar to it, I think. Yeah, I put the Aegislash in B+. I think this card is not as good as the Aegislash, so I'm gonna put it like right below the Belly Bowl. I think that's fair. Next is gonna be the Team Rocket Spide Ops by NC Empire. This is like my favorite card like ever. It's one of my favorite cards ever. I love NC Empire's style when they make their art style like super stylized and super like color dependent, like just like having singular colors. And the idea of the Pokemon having this like the sticky web, like pushing it forward, throwing it, and like forming it and stuff with the like maniacal trainer in the background. Like it's a perfect illustration. I have no complaints whatsoever, which means it's an S tier for sure. I actually like, it's my favorite card in the Scarlet and Violet era, to be honest with you. I have bias because Spide Ops is like my favorite Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet, and this card is just beautiful. Next is the Hydrapple by Jerky. It's okay. For Jerky illustration, it's probably not my favorite. I'm gonna put a little bit above this a Titan though, which I did put in like B tier, I think. Oh, no. I put this a Titan in where is it? Oh no, I did put it in B tier. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it goes like right here, a little bit higher. Yeah. Next is gonna be the Rapidash by Rond. Very, very nice, like interesting art style for the Pokemon. Its eye is very cool. It's just like interesting to look at because it's like I've never seen Rapidash portrayed this way, so it's just, I guess it's just interesting to me. And I like the grass, how it's detailed. I'm not a humongous fan of it though. I'm gonna put it in C tier. I guess C tier, it's not like bad or anything. Like if you're in C tier, it doesn't mean that I dislike the card. It just means that like this is just in terms of like the illustration rares, right? Like when I say that I don't like a card, it just means like for the illustration rares, they're all good. They're all equally good. Ethan's Typhlosion by Ghidorah is really punchy, very, very powerful. Pokemon's got like this really crazy, like super fantastic fire effect employed on it. The trainer's got like a very, very expressive attitude, which I do appreciate a lot. I'm going to put it in A+ tier. I think it's really, really cool. But where though? I don't know. I'm going to put it like right here, like right below the Poliwhirl. Yeah, that's cool. Next is going to be the Team Rocket's Houndoom by Nagimiso. Another just really cool illustration of the Pokemon, like in a very dynamic pose. The Pokemon's trainer is just like also in a pretty cool looking pose. I love like the fire effects and stuff like that. Like it's just, I don't know, it's cool. Like Houndoom looks super buff. I think that that's pretty cool. I'm gonna put it in an A plus tier as well. Probably a little bit lower down in the A plus tier though. There's a lot of really good cards in A plus tier. I'm gonna put it like right below the Clauncher. I like the Clauncher a lot. That's why I have bias towards it. Next is gonna be the Blaziken by Kodama. This is a very cool card actually. I love the way the Pokemon's eye looks. I like that like purple bluish hue, purple pink bluish hue. The Pokemon's leg being like all fired up is really cool. I love like the claws, talons, like very sharp. The background is like a little bit dull for me. Like I'm not a huge fan of the background. I wish it was a little bit more interesting personally. But you know, maybe I just don't particularly understand it in that sense. I think it's pretty good though, all things considered. Like B tier is perfectly fine for it. I don't know, and maybe B plus tier actually. B tier is a little bit too harsh. I'm gonna put it in B plus tier. I think that that's a fair place for it. Yeah, like right there is okay. Next is gonna be the Misty Psyduck by Okacheke. It's very cool. Like I like the way that the card is angled, just like this top-down perspective of the Pokemon like swimming around, you know, swimming along. The trainer, it's like themselves are like staring at the Pokemon. Like it's a good idea for a card. Like the rocks in the underwater kind of look nice. I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna put it in A tier. Probably not like the the top of the top, but it is very nice to look at still. Next is gonna be the Misty Lapras by Orca. I like the Psyduck a little bit more, I would say. I do like how big Lapras is in this card, though. And I like the beachy aesthetic. The trainer is very simple, so I do appreciate that idea there. I'm going to put it in, like, B plus tier. It's very nice still. But I just wouldn't put it, like, super, like, as high as the other one. Yeah, that's fine. Next is going to be the Clamperl by Moriyu. For a Clamperl card, it's probably the best card that Pokemon has. The coral is very nice to look at. Obviously, the Pokemon is very nice to look at. Everything, like the environment, the theme, like just like the underwater kind of coral aesthetic, works really well. I think that it's very underrated. I'm gonna put it in like B tier. Yeah, that's fine with me, honestly. Right here, kind of similar to like the Horsey. So I'm gonna put it like right there, actually. Next is going to be the Electrike by Nakamura Ippon. I do like this card more than I like the other card that they have done. I love how like nice and detailed like the lush environment is, like the super nicely detailed grass. The Pokemon itself is like very standoutish in the environment. Appreciate that. Like I said, I think the Pokemon stands out nicely from the background. And the background is super nicely detailed, so I actually do like this card quite a bit. I'm gonna put the Swinub in B tier, I believe, so I'm gonna put this one in B plus tier. I think it's, you know, simple, effective, and it works really well. Right there, yeah, it's fine. Next is gonna be the Rotom by Taiga Kayama. A very cool illustration with a bunch of like cool accessories in it. You know, coffee pot, like melting coffee. The Pokemon is just like mischievously flying around as a cool computer. A lot of like smaller details like the pencils, you know, the stickers, the camera taking photos. You know, you have like the keyboard here. I love like how the color-coded keycaps are like just very soft and round looking almost. It's really cool. I like it a lot. I'm gonna put it in like A tier. I think it's pretty underrated. I know I'm saying that for a lot of them, but I think it's really cool. Team Rocket's Orbeetle by Hayaganosuke is a really cool card. A lot of personality. The Pokemon trainer is like running along. I like the little detail of like him having a Great Ball. Most likely Orbeetle's Great Ball. Orbeetle's like flying around, kind of like staring at the environment around them. I love like the spotlights. I think that's a really great idea for a card, and I love like the dilapidated city in the back. I think that's fantastic like environment. I think it looks really cool. I'm gonna put it in A plus tier. I think it's really awesome. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it's really awesome. Next is gonna be the Team Rocket's Wheezing by Yukihiro Tada. Out of all the Yukihiro Tada the illustrations that we talked about so far, this one's probably my favorite. I like how the Pokemon is drawn, actually, and I like the environment around them. I think that this is probably their most interesting environment. I like the, you know, like the little checkerboard pattern you have on the wall here. I like the trainer's expression. I love like this garage door, the chain on the faucet here, spewing out some purple soda liquid or whatever. like the destroyed floor tile. I do appreciate that. Like, there's a lot of stuff about the card that I actually really do appreciate. So I think I'm gonna put it like higher than a lot of the Yukihiro Tada's other cards. Um, B plus here for sure. Like at least, yeah, like right here. I think that's cool. Next is going to be the Team Rocket's Murkrow by Akira Komiyama. This is a very, very cool card. I love like how big Murkrow is in this card, weirdly enough. The trainer is also drawn super nicely. I love like the glass effect, how you can it's kind of like obscures her waist and legs here. But like I love the environment around them. This is the like all what's it called, mirrors and like glass, so you get to see the city skyline in their reflection, which is a really incredible idea. It's executed super, super well. I don't know. It's just a perfect card, in my opinion. Like, it's just a perfect card. I'm gonna put it like A plus tier. Maybe like right below the Mian Shao. I really like the Mian Shao, but I think this card is super nice too. Next is going to be the Zamazenta by Takumi Wada. This is a really, really cool card. I love it a lot. It's in reference to like that Zacian promo that they did. But it's really, really cool. Like, I love like the kind of orangish reddish sky. The Pokemon like bearing its fangs and like open, like wide open in the stance of like a giant shield is super, super cool. I love like the details on the rock here, and I love this blaringly bright sun. It's a really, really nice looking illustration. It's so, so nice. Like, it's got to be one of my favorite cards from the Scarlet and Violet era for sure. Like, it's definitely up there. It's so nice. Next is going to be the Team Rocket's Raticate. This is also one of my favorite cards from the Scarlet and Violet era by Mekayu. I love it so much. It's got so much personality. The trainer looks so silly, so goofy, like so stupid, but in a really, really nice way. Like, I like that aspect of it. I think it's executed super, super nicely. I love how the tunnels keep going down and down and down, even though you wouldn't be able to see them because they're blocked by Eradicate. It's really, really nice. I love it. Like, it's just so creative. I think that's such a creative, interesting card. A plus tier for sure. So much stuff in A plus tier, jeez. Next is going to be the Team Rocket's Meowth by Saimaris Yukichi. Another just like very, very cute looking Team Rocket card, and I think that works in its favor. Like Giovanni looks simple, Meowth looks super simple, but it's just very effective. Like I don't know, I like that about it. Like I think that it works in a simplistic way. I'm gonna put it in A tier. Yeah, A tier is cool. Next is going to be the Kangaskhan by Mekayu. Two illustration rares by Mekayu in the same set is kind of crazy. But I think it's super, super nice. Like, I love like how the baby looks. I like how they're talking to a Quagsire here on the side of the street. It's like, I think this was like one of the first cards that was actually leaked for the set, which is funny. But it's very, very cute. Like, it's just simple, cute. It's effective. B tier for sure. Like, definitely sitting B tier. Like right here. That's cool. Yeah, I'm cool with that. And finally, we have the Arven's Greedent by Natsumi Yoshida. This is a very, very nice looking card. Like, I like the environment. Like, I think that it's like super, super just cute. Like, it's a cute idea for a card, and it just works really well with the Pokemon just like latching onto Arven's arm here. I like all the cards with Arven. I think Arven's a really cool trainer. I like how he's making a sandwich in this card. I think that that's really cute. I think that it's very, very nice. I'm gonna put it in B plus tier. Yeah, like right below the Sprigatito. Yeah, right there in B plus tier. I'm cool with that. And yeah, I think that wraps it up for Destined Rivals. In the next video, we're going to be moving on to White Flare and just talking about that one set. So there's so many cards in that one set that we're just going to be talking about the one set. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and leave a comment. I've been working on this for a lot of time now. And I'll probably release a singular video that's compiling all of the original videos into one. That would be fun. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. In this video, we added 2 cards into S tier. So we added the Team Rocket Spidops into S tier, and we also added the Cast Form, Sunny Form in S tier. I was trying to like add as little cards as possible into S tier. There were a lot of really, really good cards today. We have the Zamazenta here, the Eradicate, the Lily's Rabombi, the what's it called, the Rushram. You have the Wooloo. You have the Typhlosion, the Skarmory, the Cyrilege, the Murkrow, the Clobopus, the Wailord, the Roserade, the Orbeetle. We have the what's it called, this guy, Braviary, that's his name. And we have the Houndoom. Like, there was just a lot of really, really good cards today. We only added 1 card to the D tier today, which was the Stunfisk. And that's just because I have a partial like bias against the 3D graphics companies doing illustration rares. So yeah, overall this was a really fun video to work on, and I hope you guys are excited to join me tomorrow or whenever. I'm not gonna hold myself to tomorrow. Actually, don't hold me accountable to that. For the next episode of the tier list, ranking every single illustration rare in the Scarlet and Violet era. Yeah, hope you guys have a great day.